Yes, sir. Gotta have a latte macchiato from the Mealy coffee machine to get me moving. Hey guys, Al2 here, 316 RC. I'm finally glad to be back with you guys today. With this COVID-19, I've had a ton of stuff going on. I'm still working. We're a part of essential business because we do service for water and wastewater treatment facilities, and of course they're up and running. So, you know, I've been working. I'm not off. Secondly, I've been busy with our church, you know, with all the regulations with the COVID-19, groups not being able to get together. We've been getting streaming services and cameras set up to stream at our church, so that's been taking up my time. The fish tank's been taking up my time. The fish tank's really been taking up. Take a look at this. Take a look real quick. Let me show you my fish tank. I've been working on this thing like constantly. It's a lot more work than what I thought it was going to be. Take a look at this. You know, I shared with you guys before, you know, it's one of my big second hobbies is doing aquariums, and I've always done freshwater aquariums, so I decided to do the saltwater, and it's early on, it's been a lot more work than what I expected, but that's all good. You know, I like to stay busy. I can't stand staying still, so it's been a little challenging getting everything up and going, but as you can see here, I got a bunch of corals in here. You can see them. Some corals. These are frags. These are frag corals, they call them, and they'll end up growing and encrusting all over this rock structure, becoming really big over the next couple of years. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. What else? I haven't had no time hardly to work on the RC, but part 3 is finally done. And the last part was a lot of work. You know, before we get to part 3, just want to update you guys on where I'm at in my health journey. You know, it's been 3 months. 3 months since the end of my radiation treatment. It's hard to believe. Time just blows by. You know, as going through the treatments, time was dragging. You know how that is. Anyway, I just had my blood work done this past week to see how well the treatments are working, and the blood numbers look really good. So that's the first part of this journey, is getting through the radiation and my first blood test, which everything is on track. So, you know, I will get checked every 6 months to make sure, you know, everything is still looking good, and that'll probably go on for quite a few years, probably 5 or so. I'm not sure yet, but good news. I thank everybody who prayed for me, who wished me well. You guys, I can't thank you enough, and I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on with my health. So the hormone therapy is finally starting to wear off a little bit. It's a long process to wean back off of that, so I'll be glad when my T comes back to full power. So yeah, that's enough about that. Yeah, the streaming. If you guys, I don't know if you guys have a home church or whatever, but if you want to see some good preaching from our church, I can flip you over here and show you the channel. This is Brookfield Bible Church. We've been streaming all our messages every Sunday morning at 10:30, so I encourage you guys, if you want to take a look and see what Pastor John has to say about the Word, I would appreciate you tune in and check it out. All right, back to this thing. Oh man, just a lot of little tiny problems and issues I ran into with part 3. That's what took so long to get it done. It's a little long, so bear with me on this, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started with part 3 of the video. It's going to be like the other 2. It's going to be speeded up, time-lapse photography with some background music. After we're done, we'll come back here and we'll talk about the upgrade and where we're going next. Take a look. Okie dokie, I ran into a little bit of problem. I'll show you right here. This engine mount for the chassis gets mounted like this because these two holes that you would normally mount your engine to do not work on the FG, so they have this special engine mount piece that gets fitted onto here. Now the problem with this is that I just ran into, which I didn't expect, was, let me get this original engine up here and show you. Here's the, it's kind of hard to show here, but here's the original engine. I mean, if I do it like this, put this one here and this one here. Now here they are. Here's the original engine right here, and here's the new OBR engine. Now if you notice, and even the stock Zenoa, even though this is the Rovan, this has the OBR crankcase here on it, and the stock one here on the Rovan and the stock one on the Zenoa are pretty much the same. So this bar, which is supposed to mount here, would mount on here like so. This is on the stock. You notice the stock housing here, this section between here and here, the mounting is recessed way in. On the Turtle Racing OBR, no recess, which should be way in here. It's way out here, so that's going to throw the mounting holes on the chassis off for this this support piece. I did not expect to. Alright guys, I think I found a solution to the problem. This engine mount piece on the stock engine, like I showed you earlier, needs this extra extensions on each side here. If I cut these off flush with here and fit them on the OBR with the Turtle Racing crankcase, it's the same width, so that should fit up on the stock chassis just perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cut and fit it up, and we'll see how it works out. Alright guys, I'm back, and I got the mount for the engine modified. Cut those two pieces off of there, so I'll be able to mount this up just like this, right onto the Turtle Racing crankcase assembly. So let's get that done. really happy with the overall outcome on this truck. You know, as far as this build goes. I didn't show you, but I didn't bother showing you putting the electronics part back together. But just a couple of things. First and foremost, this is just a word of caution. This has really been a headache doing this. So that's why it's taken so long. You know, all these upgrade parts. I completely rebuilt this truck, you know, with all these upgrade parts. That being said, I had a few issues here and there with fitment. I had to make some minor modifications along the way, change the way things were mounted from the original, grind a couple of pieces down. It was just, it was a little bit of a challenge. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're thinking about doing a major upgrade to a BM5 like I did, I just want you to be aware that you may run into just a few fitment problems that are minor. You know, one being the, you know, OBR engine was supposed to be a perfect drop-in, and you know, it wasn't. I had to make some modifications to the engine mounting brackets. You know, this engine doesn't mount on the regular engine case mounting. It has special brackets that mount to the bottom to give it this angle. I had to modify those brackets. And just some other small things with fitment, you know, and so be aware that if you're going to go through a major upgrade of this truck like I did, that you're going to be, you're going to run into a couple of issues. All right. Enough about that. What do I have planned next for this truck? You guys are asking, where's the roll cage? Where's the slides? Well, I didn't put them on yet. Next thing we're going to do, before I go to the trouble putting all that stuff on, because I don't want to tear it off if something's wrong, we're going to get this out side, and we're going to fire this up for the first time and make sure everything is operating correctly on it. And then I will put those side panels on that are, you know, these guys right here go on each side. I'll put them side panels back on, and I have a roll bar upgrade kit to put on as well. Of course I do. Everything's been upgraded on this truck. I don't know how much of a BM5 you can call it anymore. Sort of a BM5 FG hybrid now. But that's the plan. We're going to go out. We're going to start this engine up for the first time. High compression engine. We're going to be running some race fuel in it. Make sure the drivetrain and everything is operating correctly. Then I'll come back in and put the roll cage and the, you know, the sides on and whatnot. And then we'll be ready to finally run this thing. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up. Appreciate you guys being patient. I hope you enjoyed you know, parts 1, 2, and 3 of this build. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, you know, you can go back and view them if you like. So, yeah, that's it. You know, if you guys like this video, you know, give me a thumbs up. Helps other guys find the content that are looking for it. You know, if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos, you know, hit that subscribe button and you'll get that notifications, whatever YouTube sends when we put videos up. So appreciate you being here. Al2 316 RC, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So long.